Okay guys, here's my dilemma. I have a 2001 Bass Tracker Pro Crappie 175, and I'm going to be putting a Garmin UHD 73SV fish finder on it. Garmin recommends you put it on the starboard side if the motor prop rotates clockwise, which mine does, so they're recommending I put it on the starboard side. However, when Tracker built the boat, they put the Humminbird fish finder on the port side, and I've been adjusting it, and I'm going to be taking it off here in a minute, so it's kind of loose right there. But regardless, they put it on the port side instead of putting it on the starboard side. Okay, now Garmin recommends putting it on the starboard side as usual. So I've got to move the pitot or pitot or however you pronounce it over on the port side. And this temperature gauge here will mean nothing because it's attached in with the Humminbird fish finder, so this is going to mean nothing. So I'll have to just move the white pitot over to the port side and mount the Garmin fish finder around in this area right here. But here's the issue I'm having. When Garmin or Tracker put this together in 2001, they did something, I think, which is kind of stupid. Instead of, it's how it's mounted on, and if you see, there is a hole right here and a hole right here. Once I take this off, you see it much better. Wait a second, it's hard to do. Oh, come on. Okay. This is what I have now. They put the original screw here to hold it and the two anchor screws here. But they have a screw, there's a hole right here and a hole here and here as well. I don't know if the holes go all the way through the boat, but they were filled with silicone. So somebody must have got in a hurry and screwed things up at Tracker. I don't blame Tracker, I just blame the employee that did this shit right here. He was a dumbass. He, instead of correcting the problem, he filled it full of silicone. Now, this has not leaked. There's, you know, it takes in no water, but I don't like that. So when I put the pitot over here, I'll have to mount new holes. So I'm just going to order the stern pad to put over top of all this, but I want to seal all that first. I'm thinking about getting some friends that do some TIG welding to maybe put some screws in here and do some TIG welding around it, sand it or grind it down smooth, and then put more TIG weld over it to permanently seal these holes right here. I don't like that whatsoever. I mean, that's just, that guy that did this shit at Tracker needs to be strung up and hung. Complete fucking dumbass. But anyway, then when I move the Garmin fish finder over here, I have to cover up some of these holes as well, right there. So this one, these two on the bottom. So my question is, can I cover up all? I want to get some of those stern pads or block pads that you permanently stick to the boat once you seal it, and then you put the fish finder and the pitot into that block. Do those blocks work well? Just need some opinions. Thanks.